name's Ellie and I'm Stitching Bee here on Flosstube and also over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel all about cross stitch, crafty bargains and bees. Welcome along to Flosstube number 20. I'm sure you're already admiring my new jumper. This is a jumper my friend bought me and I absolutely love it. I've been meaning to wear it for the last few videos, but you know, it's been a bit too warm for that. But now we're in the burrs, I can wear this jumper. Look how fabulous it is. It's got bees on it. It's got lovely flowers, more bees. It's a bit loud and kind of out there, but I love it. I think it might have to be my Flosstube jumper or cardigan. What do you think? So anyway, jumper aside, welcome along to this September update. I feel like it's been ages since I last filmed, and it probably has been actually because I'm a bit late to the party as always. I just don't know where the time goes. You know, we start thinking, yeah, I'll definitely film it 1st of October, and now we're like, what, the 8th, 9th of October, and I'm just getting around to it. But hopefully it'll be worth the wait and you can enjoy seeing my projects and things I have to show you. So as always, it is an action-packed episode. You might see that I'm using some different editing software, all being well. So hopefully it might have a more kind of updated style. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's the reason for my kind of intro music change, and yeah, hopefully upgrading the channel to make it look a teeny bit more professional. But I don't know if I can really be professional, but we'll see how we get on. So today I have my statistics for September. I have some FFOs to show you. I've got some whips, I've got new starts, I've got some freebies for you from Shannon Christine Designs, which are very kind of autumnal and Halloween themed. We've also got some PDF haul, we've got regular haul, I've got a haul from Alphonse Embroidery, 123 Stitch, I've got some Flosstuber mentions and some kind of bits and bobs that I bought along the way, which I hope you'll enjoy seeing. So as always, grab a beverage and let's get started. So first of all, we'll start with my statistics for September. September wasn't an amazing stitchy month because work's been very busy, and I mean, I know I say that all the time, but I've been too exhausted to stitch after my day shifts. But I've also had some little adventures, you know, going to see my sister in London. So that took away a kind of stitchy weekend, but it did mean I could get some more stitchy goodies and go to Liberty London. So, you know, what's a girl to do? So I stitched for 21 days this month, which is probably my lowest amount of stitchy days for a while, but that's okay. I still managed to get quite a lot done. I finished 3 projects, which are now all FFOs, which I'm delighted to say. I've worked on 3 whips and, 3 whips, and I've had 2 new starts, and one of which was a SAF, a start and finish, which I'm going to show you in my FFOs. So I'm looking down because I have got some notes here, trying to keep myself right, don't want to go too off-piste. But I'll start with my first fully finished object. And this is a design that I showed last time, I think it was, that I started for my birthday month in August. And it is an Ukrainian kit by Geeky Stitch. And I have fully finished it into the little stamp. So here we go. So this is a really cute kit. It took me longer than I anticipated, I guess. There's quite a lot of back stitch in there, but I really enjoyed working on it. It's on a wooden stamp that came with the kit. I've used, oh, keeps focusing on my face, used all the kit threads, and yeah, I fully finished it with the little bit of felt on the back, which I've just glued on, and I'm really chuffed with it. So I've got these little easels that you can get from the range and the works and things. I've painted them before for previous wooden stamps that I've finished. But I might just prop this against something or use one of those easels. I'm not too sure yet. I'll just zoom in so you can see the beautiful bee. And look at that gorgeous thistle. I know it's a bit more blue than it is purple, but I still love it. Really cute. And I think in the pattern there was the date here. I've just omitted that and just put the kind of, I guess, mark from the postage stamp. But yeah, so that's my first FFO. That's called Bumblebee by Geeky Stitch. Lovely Ukrainian business. Then we have another Ukrainian kit, which I really enjoyed working on. This is actually beaded embroidery rather than cross stitch, but it's a kit by Wonderland Crafts, which I purchased from a Ukrainian shop, which I'll link down below. I can never pronounce it, but an amazing online shop with so many goodies and amazing prices. And if a few of you all kind of muck in and share the postage, it's really quite reasonable. So this is my, I think I'll show you it without the stand first, my beaded butterfly. Ta-da! Look how beautiful she is. So as you can see, it is all beads. Again, I started this back in August, and I just love those pearls as well. It really embellished the piece. And then I fully finished it with the kit felt that was supplied. It's all kit materials, obviously stitched on the wood again. And I love these kits because they're so easy to do. You can just pick them up and everything you need is there. And the wood is perfectly made for this kit, so all the holes match exactly to the pattern. And I think it creates a beautiful, fully finished object. So the idea of it is, it comes with this little wooden stand, and I was thinking about painting this, but I haven't got around to it yet. And you see, you stitch them, I think I showed you one wing done before, so you do them separately, and then you see how they just slide into one another, like that, and then that creates the butterfly shape and makes it look really three-dimensional. And I don't know if I'll be able to hold this and show you at the same time, but then you can just rest it on a flat surface, or you can use the stand and it'll just set up by itself. So yeah, probably not showing that the greatest, and I haven't photographed it yet for my Instagram page, but I just love this, and I think all the colours are very autumnal, so it's kind of perfect to have it out this time of year as well. I just love the depth of colour with those beads. So pretty. So that's by Wonderland Crafts, another fabulous Ukrainian designer. And you can get a lot of Wonderland Craft kits from Create Nostalgia, so definitely have a look on their website too, or if you happen to go to the shop. But I think this one I did purchase from that website. I don't think Create Nostalgia stock that. But yes, definitely if a group of friends want to stitch it, share the postage, and it's very inexpensive really. So that's my second FFO. My third FFO, I'm really excited to show you, is actually from a TK Maxx kit by Simply Make, which I purchased recently. And I did show you in my haul maybe 2 videos ago. And I was just really drawn to this. TK Maxx often sell this brand of kits for, I think it was about £2.99, really reasonably priced. But I'm not always as keen on the supplies that you get. You know, I don't use the Ada, and sometimes the threads can not be that nice to work with. But I mean, you get the pattern with it for £2.99, that's not bad at all. So I think I told you previously about a situation my fiance had at work with a bat being in the shop. So I really wanted to stitch this little bat for him as a little reminder of that. So I've just decided to stitch one of them, and then I've basically changed up, I've kept the colours and things the same, but I just converted it to DMC, and I've changed up the fabric, which I'll show you, and I've basically just changed the ears to make them more symmetrical, and changed the branch a little bit, because obviously it's kind of out of shot with that part of the design. So that's the original, and then I'll show you my fully finished object. Da-da! Hey, here he is. So basically I've used, as I say, my DMC threads, which I just kind of colour matched from the kit threads, and then I've used a 28 count, I think it was 28 count, yep, Haunted Casual Linen from Picture This Plus, which I actually purchased from 123 Stitch a while ago just to try it out, and I absolutely love the colours, so pretty. And I chose purple. I thought the purples would really pop on this fabric, so that's why I chose it. I wasn't too sure if the grey would disperse into the background a little, but I almost kind of like that you don't necessarily see the bat really obviously straight away, because obviously bats are meant to be quite hidden and secretive as they hang around in the dark. So yeah, I also saw this frame in TK Maxx, and I just thought the whole thing would work quite well together with the shape of the piece and then the frame shape. So I was really chuffed with this, and then used my new Cricut machine, which I may mention a few times because I'm obsessed with it, to make the mount. So you can just go into the Design Space software and edit a circle shape basically, and I just put in the dimensions of the frame and how thick I wanted the mount, and then did a slightly larger circle or oval, sorry, and edited that so then they fitted nicely together to give a bit of kind of dimension with the two different colours, which I felt corresponded with the piece. So it's not absolutely perfect, and I did have to take the glass out of the frame for it to actually fit. I have managed to get the back on, thankfully, but it was a bit of a squeeze. And yeah, I used my Cricut machine to cut out the mount board and interfacing, and honestly, it's a total game changer. I love it. So it was really easy to finish, and put a bit of wadding underneath the cross stitch finish, and then laced it onto the mount board and slotted it into the frame. And then this frame's quite good because it kind of stands up like that. It's got that bit pulls forward and then it rests on the back part of the frame, and then it has got a hanger on it too. So yeah, really enjoy being creative with these kind of patterns. Probably look at it at first glance and think, oh, it's not really for me. You know, it's not a huge quality design. You know, obviously there's far better designs out there, but I really love the creative side of things and kind of changing it up to make it look more like a fabulous design, and to have fun with playing with the colour schemes and the fabric and everything else to make it my own. So I really love that, and that is my FFO'd bat, which is hot off the press from yesterday. I finished it at the end of September, but I really wanted to fully finish it before I showed you. So yeah, you can see a picture of that on my Instagram as well, with my bats that I also cut out using my Cricut. So much fun. So now we're going to move on to the 3 whips that I have to show you. The first one I'm going to talk about is Whale by Love Poppet. I'm going to put a picture in of what it'll look like when it's finished. And I just love this one. I know I say that about all my projects, but I think it's so clever with very few colours. It's very effective. So this is a picture of what it looked like the last time. As you can see, I'm stitching this on a 28 count pink hand-dyed fabric by me, and it's an even weave, and I'm using the DMC threads. And this is where we're at right now. So I've made quite a significant amount of progress on this one. Look how fabulous she is. She's got her eye now and her main kind of fin. Still got quite a way to go to do all the tail and the other kind of waves around her. But really enjoying stitching on this. I'll hold it there and tell you my statistics for it. So out of 4,207 stitches, I have stitched 2,036 now, which puts me at 48.4% on Pattern Keeper. And that means I've stitched 888 stitches since the last time. Oh, it's falling everywhere. And I'll just zoom in so you can see the beauty of those colours. Really gorgeous design by Love Poppet. As always, that's my needle from my needle minder, sorry, from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which goes with the colour scheme of the piece. So really enjoying working on that one. That might have a little break now whilst I work on some other pieces, but I do absolutely love it and would like to get it finished sooner rather than later. Right, the next one I have to show you is called Tea Goddess, which I started, was it last month I think, as part of the stitch along that I am hosting, although I'm a terrible host, and it is the Time for Tea sale. I know a few of the stitches in the group have actually already finished it, which is absolutely incredible because it's about 14,000 stitches. And they're just flying through it. I can't believe the progress that they've made. I'll put a picture in of what it's going to look like when it's finished. Oh, actually I can show you. Here's the printout of it. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. So it's called the Tea Goddess by Tiny Modernist. And it's really great being part of Stitch Along because everyone's stitching on different fabrics and starting from different places and, you know, yeah, changing the colours up a little sometimes. It's just really fun to see how everybody tackles a cross stitch pattern, you know, in their own unique way. It's really fun. So this is what we're aiming for. Mine does not look like that, but you know, progress is progress. I'm stitching mine on a 32 count grape linen by The Beautiful Stitch and using the DMC threads. And sorry, it's very creased because it's been on the train with me to London. But this is where I am at the moment. And it's no mean feat all that block stitching. It was perfect for the train because I didn't have to worry about really counting too much and could just kind of keep going with the one colour. But I spent many hours on this and still we've not got a finished skirt. But that's fine. I'll get there in my own time. And I'll just admire all the beautiful stitching that the others are doing as well. So yeah, a long way to go, but I'll tell you my statistics from Pattern Keeper. So the total piece is 14,770 stitches. I have done 1,436, which is 9.72%. And I have done 1,436 stitches since last time. So there we are. Doesn't look like that many, but yeah, I assure you there is a fair amount there. But I love this fabric, really recommend The Beautiful Stitch. I mentioned them last time. Very reasonably priced linens, so many beautiful colours, and I can't wait to see how the other colours, along with the blues and the pinks, all pop on this gorgeous purple. So yeah, that's my Tea Goddess. And if you wish to join, you know, there's no kind of time limit. Feel free to message me or any of the others in the group and we can add you to our group chat, or just use the hashtag #TimeForTeaSell hashtag if you're stitching along and want to share your progress with us on Instagram. That would be really good to see. Right, my next one is, I feel a bit embarrassed to even be showing this still, but I have just been drawn to other things like my back piece and finishing those other ones off, so I haven't, you know, obviously completed my goal of finishing this piece, let alone FFOing it. But as you will have known, I've worked on this for quite a while. This is my Dreaming of Summer piece by Love Poppet. Again, I'll put a picture up of what it is going to look like when it's finished. I'm not too far off a finish, but just not quite there yet. And obviously we're kind of out of the summer season now, so I think I will still try and get it finished before the end of the year, because I think I started it in June of 2024. And I just want it framed and on display really, because it's too beautiful to have in a bag. So I'll put a before picture in of where I was the last time. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count Cirrus fabric by Chromatic Alchemy. And I love this because it just kind of looks like the sky. It's really pretty. And I'm using all the DMC threads. So this is where we are now. So as you can see, I've done a fair bit since last time, and really I've just got to work down the rest of this side, and I've got a couple of bees and things to put in here. But I'm just waiting until I've done the other side before I decide my next steps really, because there's a little butterfly here that I would like to also put there, and I'm thinking I'm gonna change the colours of it a little bit too. Actually, talking of colour changes, I have changed the butterfly here. It was kind of oranges and yellows, and I'm not a huge fan of orange and yellow, so I changed it to purples to correspond with the two shades of purple that are over on this side, and I felt that kind of complemented the pinks quite nicely. And yeah, it's in touching distance. My statistics, so it is 5,496 stitches in total. I have stitched 4,809, which puts me at 87.5%, and I have done 983 stitches since last time. So yeah, I'm not going to say anything about finishing it, because as soon as I set a goal, I feel like I just don't want to do it. So we'll see what happens, and you might see this again this year, you might not. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, I'll just quickly zoom in so you can see the beauty of it all. That's the butterfly that I've stitched. And the gorgeous roses, I really love them. And the honeysuckle. And the, is it agapanthus? Oh gosh, my mum's going to be shouting at me if I've got that wrong. And tulips and the hollyhocks and the big kind of daisies at the bottom. I just love this piece, it's so beautiful. Really reminds me of home. So can't wait to get it all finished. But yeah, we'll see when that is. Right, so that is all my whips, and now we're going to move on to new starts. Right, so I said I had 2 new starts, but one of them was the bat, so that's a start and a finish. So I've just got one actual new start to show you. And I did mention last time in my plans that I was going to be starting this with some lovely ladies as part of another sal, because I love a sal. And this is another Ukrainian kit by Geeky Stitch. That's where we bought it from anyway. And it is the gorgeous jellyfish. Isn't it so pretty? And there's a few others in this collection. So there's a seahorse and a starfish, which a few of us have also got. So we plan to stitch them all. Although that might take a little longer than me initially anticipated, because there is a lot of work in these gorgeous pieces. But as you can see, there's normal cross stitches, there's back stitch, there's loads of beads and kind of pearls to add, kind of metallic thread, everyone's favourite kind of thread. And it's stitched on a plastic kind of, I don't even know what you call it, like not perforated paper obviously, but it's like a plastic canvasy kind of thing with all the holes punched into it, so you can actually see your stitches as you kind of travel with them, because obviously I normally do the loop start and the pin stitch when I am cross stitching, and I can't obviously do the pin stitch on plastic, so I'm gonna have to weave my ends in. So I've kind of travelled quite a lot to make the most of the thread, because I can't easily finish it. So you can see all of that, which does make it a little bit strange, but here is my progress so far. And I have got all these dangling threads because I'm basically, I don't want to really show you the back, but I'm working kind of top down, or I'm carrying the thread until it finishes. And then my plan is to keep picking the next top symbol and then stitch over these bits gradually. So that's why there's so many dangly threads, which I guess ties into the jellyfish effect. And maybe just put a bit of card behind it so you can see it a little bit better. But there you go, you can see I've put some of the metallic threads in, so it is a little bit shiny, but it is quite fun to work on. And up until a few days ago I didn't have Cross Stitch Saga, so I wasn't able to use the kind of PDF Saga file for this project. But I found a way to download it, so I have kind of loosely put in my progress, although it was quite hard to kind of work back and see what I have actually stitched. So as a rough estimate, I'm about 35%, which is around 396 stitches. So it's been quite fun this month actually, adding up how many stitches I do in a month, because sometimes I work on paper patterns, so obviously you can't really know exactly how many stitches are in each of the pieces. But yeah, I'm about kind of 4,000 to 5,000 stitches a month, which I didn't think I stitched it very much, but then you add it up like that and, you know, it does seem like quite a big number. Obviously not as much as other people, but good enough for me. So yeah, back to this one, sorry. I'm stitching this with a group of lovely ladies under the hashtag Ocean Treasures Sal, and you can join us whenever you wish. As I say, we bought these kits from Ukraine, so it did take a little time for them to get here. So if you see these and want to purchase them from the Geeky Stitch website, then obviously feel free, and you can just join the sal at any time, or just use the hashtag if you don't want to join the group chat, although there's lots of lovely ladies in it. Up to date, I believe, I'll just list the people that I'm stitching along with. So there's Rosie X Stitches, Lauren from Cross Stitch Bunny, Charlie Feathers, Talking Dog Stitcher, Rachel, Cross Stitch Claire 88, and Coffee and Cross Stitch, who is Nicola, who has just joined our group. So yeah, a few, I think it's Rosie and I think it's Claire, have finished this one already, and it just looked fantastic. So yeah, I just need to get my brain in gear and get back to it, but I do love it. So pretty, and I can't wait to do all the beading and final embellishments. It'll be fabulous. And then I can stitch the other two. So yeah, that is my one new start I have to physically show you. So now we're going to move on to Stitchy plans, and I am fully immersing myself in the Halloween and autumn stitching throughout October. I just can't wait. There's so many things I want to stitch on, but I was very drawn to the Broderie Colour Box for September and October and just couldn't resist it. So I signed up and it arrived the other day. So it is a bit of a haul, but I'll talk about it now because I'm going to be starting it, which is very exciting. So I'm planning to stitch along with Cross Stitch Sarah and Bethany from Ducks and Crosses. And this is a fabulous design. It's called Autumn Fox. And it is, the box is a kind of spin-off of Tom and Lily Creations. So it's beautiful hand-dyed thread and hand-dyed fabric. And I just could not resist that little fox's face. Look at him. And I love the colours that they've used and how autumnal it feels. It's just absolutely breathtaking. Sadly, you can't get this box anymore. It was only a kind of limited edition one. And I believe their boxes are bi-monthly, so it'll be at least another month until you can see what the design is for the following box. But highly recommend signing up if you're interested in upcoming boxes because they are beautiful. So that's the design, and then look at the fabric and the threads. Oh my gosh, how stunning are those colours. Oh, absolutely beautiful. And this fabric, I think, is the linen, yeah. Maybe 32 count, I think. Look at the mottling on that, really pretty. Kind of subtle, but really nice. And I love purple, as you know. Well, if you don't know, you'll know it now. And the turquoise and just all those colours make me so happy. So I'm not a huge orange and yellow fan, but I think with the combination of those other colours and how they work with the purple, and obviously it's autumn vibes, I'm really keen to start that. So that'll be a plan to start, I think, this Sunday. Just waiting on Bethany to check that she's happy to start it then too. But yeah, can't wait to share my progress with you on that one. Right. Oh, and I'll quickly show you, also with the box you get, got some little fox stickers, got a tea bag, and obviously the pattern. So really great, and came all the way from France. So it's always fun to get through the post. Next, I have another plan to start a cute little pattern. So yeah, this pattern I actually bought in September, and so obviously you haven't seen it yet, but I'll be putting a picture in here to show you what it looks like. It's just quite a simple design, a cat with some pumpkins, and it is quite small. So I don't know if you remember, I haven't actually got it with me, but I showed you some frames that I bought from TK Maxx previously, and one of them was a pumpkin frame. So my plan, if I can get it small enough, is to stitch that piece to fit in that pumpkin frame. How cute will that be? So that's my plan for a new start at some point as well for October. And the designer is Threading Our Journey, and I purchased that chart from Etsy, so go and check that out if you're interested. The next one I have to show you is a previous whip, so I'll just get that out and we can talk through that one. So I've been keeping all my Halloween projects in my lovely Yasmin's Made with Love pumpkin Halloween bag. So that I was like, oh, I just can't find these Halloween projects. Where on earth will I have put them? And I thought, probably in the Halloween bag. That would be sensible. And sure enough, it was. So, right, let's show you these. So the first one is actually called Halloween, and it is by Durene Jones. So I don't actually have a printout to show you, so I'll put a picture in of what it will look like when it's finished. This was actually a free stitch along from a number of years ago, and as far as I know, it's still available on Durene Jones's Facebook page, and I'm going to mention that later on as well, because there's some amazing freebies on there that you must go and have a look at. So I started this, I don't know, back in maybe end of, probably Halloween 2024, I think, because I've been wanting to start it for years and just hadn't ever got round to it, because I feel like Halloween comes and goes very quickly. So I was like, right, last year I'm definitely going to start it. And when I say start, I mean it's the most minimal start you've ever seen, but it means it's in my whip rotation and I can crack on with it this year. So this is my fabric. As you can see, it's purple again. I'm a sucker for purple fabric. And I believe this is a Fabrics by Stephanie fabric, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. It's probably 28, I'm not sure. 28 or 32, anyway. You can barely see the start that's in the middle there. It's been heavily folded. And I think that's the right way round, but I can't be sure. But I've started in the middle, and I think this is a gourd, maybe, the green bit. So obviously not done much at all, but I would really love to get this, a bit of progress on this one. And my ultimate goal for this is to make it into a cross-stitch drum. Imagine a little Halloween cross-stitch drum with all the little, the mummy and the pumpkin man and, Frankenstein. Oh, it'd be so fabulous. Can't wait. So I really want to get back to this one. So that's another plan for October. And then another whip, which you will have seen in my previous whip raids, again, which I think I started also in Halloween kind of time, October 2024. And this is called Strawberry Ghost. So I'll put a picture in of the finished product. And this is I purchased this from Mama Witch Cross Stitch on Etsy. And it's a really cute design with a little ghost and the strawberries, and it's so sweet. So again, minimal start. There we go. So I've kind of done the fun bit, really, of stitching the ghost. But look at those little blushy cheeks. Oh, so sweet. So I'm stitching this on a black, let's say 32 count, maybe. Even weave with the DMC thread. The other one's DMC threads as well. And yeah, I just really want to get a bit of work done on these. And I can't wait to get involved with the Halloween stitching. I'm not a huge fan of Halloween in terms of like dressing up, or obviously a bit old for trick-or-treating. I guess you could argue never too old for trick-or-treating, but it does help when you have kids, I guess. But I really want to get involved with Halloween stitching, and I like the kind of cutesy Halloween rather than like the spooky stuff. Not too scared, not too sure of the scary kind of Halloween things. And I have decorated my flat with pumpkins and kind of haunted houses and different things, which I really love. My fiance's like, why do you need to do that? I'm like, just because it's fun, and it's nice to have like a seasonal change, isn't it, from summer decor to kind of autumn and spooky decor. So yeah, they are my plans for October, and I'll see how I get on with those. And just very quickly, whilst we're on the subject of Halloween stitching, I just wanted to remind you of my fully finished piece from last year, which is an adorable little frog by Max Stitches Art, I believe, on Etsy. And I stitched this on obviously a black even weave fabric with the DMC threads, and then used one of those Hobbycraft potion bottles and made a kind of sleeve for it. I mean, it's proper welded on, I don't think it's going anywhere. And then kept the bow that was with the bottle. And then my friend made these fabulous little broomsticks, because the works were selling broomsticks and they were sold out of them. She was like, I'll make you some broomsticks. So she got some kind of wooden bits and made them all gnarled and, attacked them with a knife. And then used some kind of, it wasn't wood, but it was a kind of bendy material that we then painted. And then she put some actual twigs in them as well, and then used some twine. Very creative. And they are displayed in my little potion bottle. So yeah, that's a finish from last year if you are new to my channel. Right, so now I'm going to talk about some freebies that I think you should definitely go and check out. I won't necessarily be able to show you them because it can just be the pattern itself rather than a cover photo of it, but I just highly recommend you check out these Facebook pages anyway. So the first one I have already mentioned is Durene Jones. She used to do Freebie Fridays, so there was a new piece that she posted every Friday that was free for everybody, and a lot of those pieces are still available on her Facebook page that you can go and download. Covers obviously all seasons, and there's some really great Halloween ones, and as I say, if you want to participate, I mean, it's a long gone Sal, I think it was maybe even 2015 or something like that, but you know, if you want to go back and see what other stitch alongs she's done, there's some gorgeous kind of spring ones as well as Halloween and other spooky patterns out there, so definitely go and have a look at her Facebook page. And then the other one, which is relatively new to me as a Facebook page, I've known about her as a designer for quite a while, it's Shannon Christine Designs. But her Facebook page, she's just recently uploaded loads of free patterns. There's some really cool ghost patterns with really bright colours, lots of pinks and purples, which I love, and some little kind of muck designs with scary things on them, like pumpkins and yeah, monsters and all sorts of things. So definitely go and have a look at their Facebook pages, and I'll link them down below so you can go and check those out and get some amazing freebies. Next, we're going to move on to some Flosstube mentions, of which I have 3. So the first one is Adorable Hobby, Astrid. She is fantastic. She's so smart because she lives in Japan, but she does her channel both in Spanish and in English. So it's 2 separate videos, so you can pick obviously which one you want to watch. And she just shows some amazing projects, beautiful FFOs. The video I watched last night, actually, she'd done an incredible Primrose Cottage design that she kind of changed up all the colours, and it made it look like a whole different piece, and she got this gorgeous kind of orange and green and purple trim around it and used a fabulous complementary backing fabric. So I really enjoyed seeing that, and she just finished a Crochet Go piece as well, and yeah, she's well worth a watch. Definitely needs some more love on Flosstube. She's very talented, and I love seeing all her finished projects as well as all her progress on her other ones. But she posts quite regularly. I think it's every 2 weeks. So she's relatively new to Flosstube. I think she's maybe done 7 or 8 videos now. So definitely go and check out Astrid. The next one, again, is another new Flosstuber, Gunita, I think you say her name, the Stitching Mermaid. She is fantastic. She has got such a professional feeling channel. I love how she does all the different camera angles, and the video quality is absolutely superb. Again, she shows some wonderful projects which are really inspiring, and I highly recommend you go and check her out. The next person I want to shout out is Ruth from Bookish Pixie Stitches, which I find really hard to say. She shouted me out on her last video, so thank you so much for that, Ruth. She has got some amazing projects which she showed in a fabulous whip parade. I think she's kind of come back to Flosstube after having a bit of a break, so it's really lovely to see all her pieces. And she's got a lovely Stonehenge project which has got some beautiful colours with flowers and things in the background, which I really like. So definitely go and have a look at Ruth, and I'll link all those channels down below. Right, what time is it? It's PDF haul time. Let's move on to this. I always say I haven't really got much PDF haul, and then I look at my list and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I do. We'll quickly whistle through these because I've got, as always, lots of haul to show you. I've stopped being ashamed of even mentioning that because I just love getting good deals and, you know, seeing what I can find when I go out shopping. And yeah, tell you all about it afterwards. So anyway, PDF haul. The first designer I want to mention is Mama Loves You GB. She also has a fabulous Flosstube. If you haven't seen it already, you must have been living under a rock. The patterns that I bought, so I've got my notes here so I can see what I've bought. The first one that I purchased was Birds That Sing. She just had an Etsy sale recently, so I think it was buy 2 patterns and get, you know, a percentage off. So the Birds That Sing pattern's really sweet. It's got a gorgeous bird and a bell, and would be perfect for like a little Christmas ornament or something. So I really like that. And then the main one I wanted to buy was the Maggie Needle Book, which is a magpie collecting loads of shiny things. and kind of displaying them on the branches, and then it says shiny things at the back. So I've wanted that pattern for quite a while, so I was glad to finally get it. It's a really clever idea, and I love Michelle's designing style. And then the other one, which is designed by Michelle, but is actually from a different Etsy page. It's called Harvest Tricksters, and some gorgeous crows with pumpkins and things. And it is purchased from the Threads of Unity Facebook page, which I highly recommend because it is actually lots of designers coming together, putting their patterns up, and then all the profits from that go to a charity. So the charity they're supporting at the moment is Cancer Research, which you know, is a very important charity that I'm happy to support. And you obviously get some lovely cross stitch designs as well, which are exclusive to the Threads of Unity page, so they won't be released by the designers themselves. So if you want to get it, you definitely need to hurry, because I think it's up until the end of the year, and then I think those designs are no longer available. So if you're wanting to purchase it, go and do it now. So I really love that one from Mama Loves You GB, and there's lots of other lovely designs on there by a range of different designers. The next designer I want to talk about, also on Etsy, is Stitch Pattern Design. They have got so many different patterns and some really good deals if you buy kind of multiple patterns. So the first one is Halloween Castle, and you can probably see why I like this, because it's got loads of purples and pinks in it, and it's just really stunning, really emphasises the black of the castle. I love the background, and yeah, and I just love the piece as a whole, so really gorgeous. The next one is Penguin Couple. Now, me and my partner are a sucker for penguins, so I thought this was really sweet. Could maybe do it for Valentine's Day, and it's just 2 penguins and some hearts, and yeah, really sweet design. The next one is a bundle that I bought, which I think has about 20 different bird patterns. And you think, Ellie, why do you need 50? Why do you need 20 bird patterns? And I probably don't, but when you look at them and think, I could make like a bird tree or a bird bowl with all the birds in it. I just thought, well, I mean, it's cheaper to buy all 20 than it is to buy them individually. And there's gorgeous swans, there's pigeons, there's budgies, there's crows. What else was there? I can't remember now, but definitely go and have a look. Really great deal for what you actually get. And I could imagine them as little ornaments and things. As soon as I got that in my head, I was like, I need all 20, it has to happen. So that's that one. And then the final one is Ghost Witch. Again, lots of lovely purples in this design, and it's a ghost wearing a witch's hat. Nothing more to say about that than it's really cute and would be lovely for Halloween probably next year. The next designer is also on Etsy, is My Brave Stitch. I've purchased from them before. I bought a lovely design called Black Cat, and it's just a black cat looking at the moon. Again, very Halloween vibes. They've got lots of lovely designs for Halloween, so definitely go and have a look at their Etsy page. And then a Christmas stocking, which they newly released, so there was a really great deal on that. So I couldn't refuse it because the fox is so sweet. And yeah, you can make a stocking, which is also on my to-do list of things to make at some point in my lifetime. So I thought, yeah, we'll buy the pattern, and that's one step forward, isn't it? So that's called Christmas Stocking with Fox, in case it didn't state the obvious. The next one is by Emily Cole, who I mentioned last time. Yeah, if you know, you know. But this just reminded me of me and one of my friends, and it's called Best Witches, and I just think it's so sweet. And I probably stitch it on a darker fabric, but I just thought it was really funny, and the fact that it kind of looks like me and my friend, I thought, I've got to get it. So I did. Next is Barbara Anna. These are purchased from her Ko-fi shop, whereas all the others from Etsy. And I think it was Sarah that got me to buy this one, maybe unbeknowing, but she did influence me to get it. This is Season Keepers Winter, and it is a gorgeous lady in this amazing dress with lots of purples and blues and just totally my colour scheme. So I had to get that one. I think it's really fabulous. There are other seasons as well, but winter was my favourite. And then there's Spring Dreamer, which I believe is part of a stitch along, which I'm not partaking in, but I just really like the first design. Again, lots of bright kind of pinks and teals and really lovely colours, which I would love to make into a little pillow or something. And then I can't say the name of this one, but it's basically like a Russian doll. And again, I've been quite in awe of this one for quite a while, and I thought whilst I'm buying the others I might as well get that one too. And there's just so much detail in it and just beautiful colours, and I used to have a set of Russian dolls when I was a child as well, so it kind of reminds me of that. So they are all the Barbara Anna ones. Don't worry, we're nearly done. Then we've got Love Poppet, the Patreon, which I'm part of, and get a new pattern every month. So it's released on the 1st of the month. So the 1st of October's design was Girls' Night Out, and it's 3 fabulous witches all having a great time, you know, up to mischief, and yeah, really cute pattern. And then finally, Cotton and Twine, I have joined their PDF subscription. So for £7 a month, you can get a PDF design from lots of different designers, and the first one, well, the one for September was Autumn Fox. So I don't know if I mentioned it last time or not, but it's by Crochet Go Go. Really adorable design. I think I might just stitch maybe half of it with one of the foxes, but we shall see. But again, it's kind of exclusive, so you can't get the pattern. I don't know if they're going to release them at some point. I think it's at the discretion of the designer and things. So if you do see it, definitely grab it whilst you can. So that is all my PDF haul. And now I'm going to grab a drink and we'll move on to regular haul. Right, is everybody ready? Get another cup of tea, you might need it. So I'm just going to change it up as I do each time. So I've got different businesses that I've shopped from. I've got things from eBay, Vinted, what I found out and about, and then I've got some kind of finishing ideas and things that I found that I could put cross stitch in. So we'll start off with kits today. This is an adorable little kit which is new into Hobbycraft, and I'm that sad that I, you know, stalk Hobbycraft's cross stitch section, that I know when things are new. It is quite orange, and I might change the flowers up to be a kind of contrasting colour so it's not too orange, but I thought this was actually a really nice design. One of the Trimmets kits, so that was I think $3.30, something like that, from Hobbycraft. This was also from Hobbycraft. It's a little ghost, but again it's stitched on wood. So if you're a beginner to cross stitch, or I don't know, you just fancy something a bit different, you can buy this kit for, I think it was £1 or £2, and it comes with the wood, obviously with the holes in it, and some threads, and you can make a little ghost. And I'm going to put that on my little Halloween tree. Then I have a little kit that I found in the charity shop, which I believe is out of print because I tried to find it on eBay and couldn't. It's a Twiley of Stamford kit. It's a classic one, and it's part of a series. And I think it's called Medieval Rabbit. I don't know if it's by Mary Hickmott or somebody familiar. Maybe I've made that up. I don't really want to open it just yet. But it's a really cute rabbit stitched in a navy fabric with some lovely flowers around it. And that was a full kit from a charity shop near to me. Then also in that charity shop, did well that day, I found a Dimensions kit, which is from 2013, and it is called Family Love. A family is a circle of love. And I probably wouldn't put the words in, and maybe put, you know, a button or something else. I really like the birds and the blossoms, and I'd probably stitch this on a different fabric as well, but again, nice to have. And I've got a whole Dimensions collection, so always fun to find Dimensions kits out in the wild. This, as you can tell, this is a new orchid. I've not had this very long. My other orchid has no flowers on it, but I do really like orchids, and seem to keep them alive, which is more than can be said for my other friend, not mentioning any names, Jess. This is a kit that I really liked that was on eBay. It's an anchor kit and is a gorgeous orchid. So it comes with the oval hoop, and I thought this was really pretty, so I bought it. This is from Cotton Club Crafts, and I think you can see why I bought it. It's obviously Scottish themed, by the sea. It's a heritage crafts kit, and I just love those thistles, and it reminds me of a place that we often go, which I took Tam to, which has all these gorgeous houses and yeah, very quiet, peaceful area with little boats and things and a little beach. Really pretty. Comes with all the threads obviously. And highly recommend Cotton Club Crafts. They have just released the new Bothy Threads range, and yeah, really reasonable prices. So if you're interested in buying any of the new Bothy kits, go and check out Cotton Club Crafts, and also for any other kits. This was another one that I got from them. It's a Letty Stitch kit, which I'd seen Charlie Feathers had bought and work on, and I just had to have it. Look at the purples and the blues in that, isn't it beautiful? So I might start this at Christmas or something, some kind of special start. And it is called Luna's Garden. And it's obviously the little Luna, the fairy, with the dog looking at this beautiful kind of enchanted, spooky, magical kind of castle with the beautiful butterflies and the moon. And oh, it was the colours that won it over for me. So I had to get that. And then it'd be rude not to get two Letty Stitch kits. So I think it was this one that was Moonlight Night, and I love a cabin, and I love the northern lights, and kind of, yeah, just how it's all kind of set back. And then you've got the mountains in the background and the flowers in the foreground. I love how the light kind of comes down onto the water. Really pretty. So another one on Cotton Club Crafts. Next business I have to shout out is the Geeky Stitching Company. I don't normally buy her kits, but I just had to buy this one because it's so sweet. And it's a little snail, and it says, "Be yourself." Isn't he adorable? So you get all the, I was going to say ingredients, all the components of the kit included from the Geeky Stitching website. And then I have some fabric, which I purchased from Little Geeky Stitching, Leah and Graham. And I've got these two gorgeous colours because I love anything with blues and teals and things. So she was having, well, is having a sale on at the moment. I don't know how long it's for. She's also got a giveaway that you can enter on Instagram to try and win some fabric and a couple of other goodies. But these were really good price. This one's called Blue Breeze, 18 by 13 inches, even weave, 28 count. There isn't a huge amount of mottling on them, but they're quite nice just for something a bit different if you want a more kind of fuller colour. And this is Aloha Aqua, same size, 28 count as well. And yeah, really nice. So go and check out Little Geeky Stitching if you want some different fabric options and kind of more bolder, brighter colours. Really perfect for that. Oh, what should I show you next? Oh, so exciting. I went to Liberty's in London when I went to visit my sister, and I bought a fabulous fabric kind of patchwork apple thing to match the pair that I had the last time. And I also bought some fabulous wide bow scissors because I thought they looked really nice for you know, Halloween stitching photographs and things. They're only £12, which I thought was quite good for Liberty prices. I did touch a paperweight that was 150 and I was like, oh, let's be putting that down. But yeah, some of the things are quite reasonably priced. So yes, I got that, and I didn't buy any fabric because, you know, I'm trying to save for a wedding, but it is very hard to resist. And I'll put a couple of pictures in as I'm talking about it of how fabulous Liberty's is. If you haven't seen it, it's the most iconic kind of haberdashery in the UK. It's absolutely beautiful, and we went to the Christmas shop as well, which, ooh, yeah, some people would have mixed opinions of that in September, but it meant we could get some baubles and things ready for Christmas, and it was great fun to have a look around and see all the beauty that lies within Liberty's. And so much so, I actually thought, well, I'll only buy a couple of things, and then it was like trying to juggle it all, and the guy said, do you want a basket? It's like, never thought I'd need a basket in Liberty's. But I did. It was only ornaments, only small things. Yeah, anyway, I digress. Let's go to Needle Minders next. So this is also from the Geeky Stitching Company. It's a gorgeous pumpkin. I mean, who can resist a pumpkin with a smile? I can't. And it's a clay needle minder, so Jess has recently bought this range out. Some lovely ghost ones and frog ones and things. The frog ones are out of stock, but I would like to get a frog one when they come back in stock, hopefully. And then this lovely needle minder from Lindsay at Stitching Magic 111. She updates her shop once a month at the beginning of the month, and she's got some gorgeous autumnal kind of Christmassy designs out now. So definitely worth a look. Really good price for her needle minders, and they're all hand painted. She's very, very talented. And then the other lady I want to mention is the needle minder lady who sells needle minders on Etsy, and she made this lovely one. And me and my partner always love watching Up, and obviously the woman in there is called Ellie, and it always makes me cry every time it does that bit at the beginning where, you know, they show their lives together and when she's not there anymore. It's really sad, but obviously it's a happy film overall, and we love Doug the dog as well. But this just reminds me of, I don't know, adventures and yeah, embracing life and taking every opportunity. So that's why I bought that lovely needle minder, and I think she's going to update her shop soon because there's a Gus needle minder that I want to get from, you know, the little mouse and Cinderella. So yeah, they're all my needle minders. And then I guess we'll go on to the I can't say it, no, I shouldn't try and say that. Persiste resistance. I can't say that. Persiste resistance. Please don't judge me on my French. The best thing in the haul, I think, is my Owl Forest embroidery goodies. So this kit I had mentioned previously, and I ordered this along with lots of other lovely ladies. I did the order to Owl Forest back end of July, and we received these 2 days ago. So yes, it has taken quite a long time, and the package has gone all around the world, I think, before it's got to us. But that's fine, it's finally here. This is called Bumblebee Noon, and I adore it. My partner kindly got this for my birthday, and I think it's just me in a project, to be honest. It's got obviously the Scottish theme with all the gorgeous thistles. It's got bees in it. It's got the kind of great outdoors and adventuring, and could look like the Loch Ness Monster at the bottom there. It's obviously very Scottish, and yeah, purples and greens and navies are kind of the colour scheme I'm going for my wedding, which will be in a few years' time. So I really want to stitch this on a dark blue fabric to really make those purples pop. And within the kit you get the fabulous hand-dyed threads. Oh, they're yummy, aren't they? You get the fabric and obviously all the instructions and everything else. I think I will be definitely changing the fabric to make it pop even more, but it is a gorgeous kit. And if you're willing to wait and be patient and share the postage amongst probably at least 5 or 6 of you, it is well worth an Owl Forest order. The other things I bought were Blossom Season, the little threads from that. Really fabulous pattern, which I'll put a picture in here as well. I just loved those pinks. Really pretty. And then there's also 2 other patterns, which I think it was the Moon Deer and the Peach Cranes. I bought these for really to, I didn't want to get the full thread set because they obviously can be quite expensive when you buy them all, but I thought I'll just pick the colours that I really like. So that's what I got from Owl Forest. Next I got a little kit from Facebook Marketplace, and this is a previous Cotton and Twine box kit, which I didn't get at the time and then immediately regretted it. And it's these beautiful swans, and I love it. That's the back side of those as well. So again, I would love to stitch this for my wedding. I'll probably change the fabric up, but yeah, it's a kit that I bought that comes with all the threads, and I'll just swap the fabric out. So everything I need to stitch it in a lovely little bag. Next I have Jenna, the red-headed stitcher, to thank for some of these things. Jenna very, very kindly did a giveaway on her channel to commemorate a certain milestone that she achieved with YouTube, and I think it was 200 subscribers, yeah. And you should definitely go and have a look at her channel as well, give her some love. She's got loads of amazing projects and lots of FFOing ideas and things. And yeah, it's very active on Flosstube, so go and check out Redheaded Stitcher on there and also on Instagram. But she informed me that I'd actually won one of the £5 vouchers that she was giving away, which was really exciting. So it was for 123 Stitch, and I love 123 Stitch. I do shop there fairly regularly. So yeah, I put that towards some of these charts that I got. Sadly, they did cost more than £5 in total. But you know, it gave me the jump start to be like, maybe I'll need to put an order in, and let's see how we go. So the first pattern I bought was Needle Knit by Lizzie Kate. And look, it's a fabulous Santa stand-up. Oh, I love it. And then it comes with the present and the jingly bells and all the stuff to embellish him. So I thought I'd love to do that for Christmas. Maybe not this year, but maybe the following year. Amanda, the Elba Stitcher, had shown this one on her channel called Wallflowers by the Scarlet House. And again, the purples and pinks just drew me in. I love it. So I had to get that one. And then she'd also shown on her channel the Robin Pickens charts that she'd finished as a kind of 4-piece all together, all the seasons. So then I had to get the spring one. And then the autumn one. And then I don't think I bought the other two. I think I just picked two that I really liked, and then I might get the others at another time. Then I got this gorgeous Blue Iris chart by Keslin's Design. I saw this at Needlework Market. Was it back in March? Or was it August 1? I can't remember. Anyway, it's relatively new this year. And I thought that was stunning. Love irises as well, probably because of the colour. Then I got the Cottage Garden Samplings Midnight Drift. I might change the witch's hair to be less kind of orangey. But other than that, I really like this design. I think the fabric they've stitched on is fabulous. And then I'm always scared of Nora Corbett charts going out of print. This had been burnt before with Bluebell. So I bought this lovely holly one by Nora Corbett, and I think it's really dainty and beautiful. And we always have holly up at Christmas at home, so that would be really nice. And a stitch on a different fabric. And then Pam from Ditsy Daisy Crafts, love her, but also she's such an enabler. She had shown this Robin Pickens chart that she has been stitching for her daughter, and I think it's stunning. I love it on that navy fabric, and just I couldn't resist it anymore. I had to get it. And then I saw this in the 123 Stitch sale, I think it was. That drew me into it. Stitchy Prose by Holly Freeman. It's called the Honey Craftsman Sampler. And you know, it's got bees on it. So of course I had to get it. I would probably divide it up into smaller pillows. Maybe stitch that middle section with the beehives in the bottom section. So that was really cool. Not seen that one before. And then Pam also said about Cherry Hill Stitchery, sadly not trading anymore. And I didn't know this, so I was like, what? No, I love Cherry Hill Stitchery. So I had to quickly panic buy all the patterns I could find that I liked. So I got these from Create Nostalgia. This one I've had on my wish list for ages. It's Bumblebees and Flowers, Please. So that's really pretty. And then the other one that kind of complements it is also from Create Nostalgia, called Bumble Honey Co. I've just ordered another couple of things from 123 Stitch, and that contains the Valentine's one from Cherry Hill Stitchery as well. From Vinted, I got this little calendar. I really like the hedgehog blowing out the candles. There's lots of other cute little designs within that. So that was a couple of £1. And then Yasmin's Made with Love was doing an incredible sale where her charts were like 50p to £2. So, you know me, I couldn't refuse a bargain. So I got Animals on Parade, the fox and the squirrel and the mouse. Got The Light of Christmas Star, Really nice as an ornament, I think that would be. Halloween Ride with the fabulous, very dapper owl somehow driving a pumpkin. I don't quite know how he's succeeding at that, but maybe he's got magical powers. Merry Christmas. And then the bigger ones, Never Forget. I think those birds are beautiful. Might just stitch them by themselves. Be Mine. Can't resist a bee pattern. Remember Me. Really nice kind of Quakerish design. Really pretty. Then the Polish band sampler. Particularly love the top part of the sampler with the roses on. That would make a really nice kind of miniature drum around a spool or something. And then Christmas Village, which again I wanted to make into a drum because I'm obsessed with drums. Rose Tree Road. Lovely. Again, good drum material. And then last but not least, I have two designs that I purchased from Fabrics by Crafty Kate as part of the needlework marketplace. So these are my two top picks from Flossabilities. Well, these were my two top picks from marketplace overall. So I've got Chalet in the Snow by Flossabilities, which is just beautiful with the northern lights, so pretty. And then the Jewels of the Jungle pack one. Look at the peacock and the flamingo and the parrots. Really cool little ornaments. Love to stitch. So that's all my charts. Next I'm going to quickly whistle through these, but let me know if you'd like more kind of flick throughs or more detailed descriptions of all of these books that I'm going to show you. So I ordered some of these from eBay. This is Petite Queuse or Point de Croix. Again, it's like cross stitch hearts in French. Really lovely design. Lovely designs. Very fabulous little book. Maman Petite, I shouldn't even try and read these, just you can read it. All French cross stitch books basically. Really lovely. And then small cards in cross stitch. I really like that one that was on the front. And I think when I ordered these, they came from Germany, but it was free postage, so can't go wrong with that. I think I got this one off Vinted, but I was obsessed with these like really delicate, beautiful designs. Really nice. And then My Secret Garden. Lots of beautiful designs in this. And then something about being romantic. And these books I think can often go for quite a lot. They're quite hard to find, so I was absolutely over the moon to find them on Vinted. And then not French, but you know, another book that I found. This is actually from Hobbycraft and it is a diamond painting book, but diamond painting and cross stitch are very similar. So I don't know if I can really show you as actual patterns of how, you know, the pattern is obviously for diamond painting, but can be used for cross stitch too. So yeah, I got that, I think it was about £6.50 from Hobbycraft. So definitely worth a look, and there's quite a few different diamond painting books. So have a little browse if you're interested. And then finally, I have a few finishing bits and bobs to show you. So when I was in London, we went into this fabulous craft shop called Ultimate Craft. It was in Camden. And I bought these fabulous boxes. Which have got a little magnet on them, so I'm going to put cross stitch on the top. And then I also got a hexagon kind of shape one for a bee pattern. And I've got these polystyrene balls because Nikki Nax, it's a bit battered now, Nikki Nax Crafts had recommended the Ornament Girl on YouTube and how she makes ornaments with fabric but with just pinning them into polystyrene balls, and I was like, I need to try that. So I bought a couple of them. from Flying Tiger. I got an acorn board for cross stitching, and then another little board that I could put a piece in that would stand up itself. And last but not least, got a couple of bits from the works, just some flowers and the mini brooms that I intended to get last year, but you know, decorative things for cross stitch. And then these fabulous frames. It's like a haunted house. It's from TK Maxx. And then, really hate the picture in it, but it's roses. And that was in the sale, so really chuffed with those. And that's all the haul I have to show you. Just very quickly got one more thing and then that'll be it. So finally, I mentioned that I've been using my Cricut a lot and getting used to all the different things it can do. And I just wanted to show you the little pumpkins that I bought for $1.99 from Home Bargains. And I used the gold vinyl, and on Design Space made up the Hello Autumn and then attached it to the pumpkin. I think they look really cute. So these sit outside our front door. I couldn't believe these pumpkins were only $1.99. And then the other one is like a more detailed design with pumpkin and then little flowers, things like that. So really enjoying using my Cricut, and it's yeah, enhancing my FFOing game. So I just wanted to show you a couple of other things that I made. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, a little side note as well. I'm about 5 subscribers off 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. So I'd be really grateful if you could like, comment and subscribe to this video if you've enjoyed it, and yeah, to my channel in general obviously. And I'm hoping to do more tutorials and kind of post more regular videos. It's just all kind of work dependent as to how often I get to do that. But I do really enjoy doing it, and it's lovely to get some positive feedback from people that enjoy watching it. If we hit the 1.5k milestone, I'll do a giveaway for the October update video. So thank you so much for watching. As always, feel free to comment down below. I love engaging with you all and hearing what you have to say about my videos and different projects and things that you're stitching on. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you at the start of November, which is crazy to say. But yeah, take care, happy stitching, bye!